Suspense. There is something on the wall of your room right now. Pause. You may have walked past it 100 times without really looking. Tension. A shadow that blends perfectly with the darkness, waiting for the perfect moment. Whisper. It has more legs than you'd ever want to count, and it moves with a speed that defies the laws of physics. Uneasy. It is a creature that has inspired countless screams, late-night panics, and a desperate search for a shoe or a can of chemical spray. Thoughtful, slower. Your first instinct, almost every time you see it darting across your floor, is to destroy it. Pause. But what if that instinct is one of the most short-sighted mistakes you could ever make inside your own home? Confident. Today, we are going to talk about what biology has quietly discovered about the Scutigera coleoptrata, the common house centipede, and why every person who has ever crushed one underfoot may want to rethink that reaction entirely. Revelation. Because the monster under your sink is not an enemy. Firm. It is the ultimate apex predator of the indoor world, an elite, silent guardian. It's intriguing. Once you understand what it is actually doing while you sleep, you will never look at its terrifying shape the same way again. Informative. Of all the arthropods that have adapted to living alongside humans, the house centipede is perhaps the most deeply misunderstood. Descriptive. To our eyes, they look like a nightmare. 15 pairs of long thread-like legs, a body that ripples like liquid, and 2 long antennae sweeping the air. Reassuring, that instinctive revulsion is a visual misunderstanding, a classic case of judging a book by its terrifying cover. Calm, steady, because despite their alien appearance, house centipedes have zero interest in you. They do not want to crawl into your ears. They do not hunt humans. And they are not waiting for you to turn off the lights so they can attack. Confident. They are in fact a highly specialized pest control operation, running for free in the darkest, dampest corners of your life. Serious. Think about the creatures that actually threaten your home, your health, and your peace of mind. Cockroaches contaminating your food with dangerous bacteria, bedbugs turning your mattress into a war zone, termites silently chewing through your foundations, silverfish destroying your old photographs and books, clothes, moths, ants, flies, carpet beetles. Firm, these are the real invaders. They carry diseases, ruin your belongings, and multiply in the thousands behind your drywall. Curious contrast. Now look back at the centipede. While a spider sits patiently in its web waiting for food to accidentally stumble in, the house centipede is an active hunter. Energetic. It doesn't wait, it patrols. Fascinated, it is equipped with an incredible visual system and sensory organs that detect the microscopic vibrations of a termite moving behind a wall or a cockroach slipping under a cabinet. Dramatic building. When it spots its target, it strikes with a burst of speed that leaves no room for escape, an astonishing 40 centimeters per second. Impressed. To put that in perspective, if a house centipede were the size of a human, it would be running at over 40 miles per hour. Vivid, it rounds corners, scales vertical walls, and sprints across ceilings with absolute ease. Intense, it traps its prey by wrapping its long legs around it like a cage, then injects a specialized venom that instantly paralyzes the insect. Firm, a single house centipede can kill and eat multiple pests in a single night. Confident, it is the tactical strike force of your house, clearing out targets you didn't even know were there. Intriguing. Researchers tracking the behavioral patterns of these indoor predators discovered something that redefines the concept of home security. Centipedes don't wander aimlessly. Explaining. They learn the layout of your house, where the drafts are, where moisture accumulates, where the insect highway leads. Detailed. They map the spaces beneath your washing machine, the gaps behind your kitchen tiles, and the dark microclimates of your basement. Serious, slower. When you kill a centipede, you aren't just removing an ugly bug. Emphatic. You are tearing down a highly effective biological shield. erasing a living security system that has spent weeks clearing your home of creatures that could actually make you sick. That delighted. And there's something even more fascinating. House centipedes are incredibly clean creatures. Descriptive. Despite spending their lives hunting in dark, dusty environments, they are obsessed with grooming. After every single hunt, they stop and carefully clean each of their 30 legs one by one, ensuring no dirt or bacteria remains on their bodies. Gentle. They do not leave sticky webs in your corners or cocoons behind your furniture. They leave no trace of their presence at all, other than the empty microscopic shells of the pests they've destroyed. Storytelling? House centipedes are native to the Mediterranean region, but over thousands of years they've evolved to become entirely domestic. Informative. They've adapted to human architecture, our heating, our water pipes, and the specific ecosystem of insects our presence attracts. Reflective. In a very real biological sense, they cannot survive outside in the harsh, unpredictable wild. Warm? Your home is their natural habitat. They did not break into your house, they evolved to be your silent roomies. Practical advisory. Pest control specialists often point out a critical rule. A sudden, frequent appearance of house centipedes in your living spaces is never a random event. Pointed centipedes go where the food is. If you start seeing them in your bathroom, your kitchen, or your bedroom, it is the earliest warning sign that you have a hidden infestation of something else. Revelation. They are reading the problem. They are following the scent of the real invaders. The centipede on your wall is not the crisis. It is the response to the crisis. Gentle, direct address. So the next time you spot that blur of 15 pairs of legs darting across your floor, freeze. Pause, lower your shoe. Thoughtful. Take a breath and really look at it. Warm. That small, lightning-fast creature is doing the dirty work you don't want to do. It is keeping your home clean, silent, and safe from the things that truly hide in the dark. Sincere, it is not your enemy. Pause. It is one of the oldest and most effective allies your household has ever had. Soft closing. Leave it alone. Let it do its job.